Oh, here. Hello, come on in. All right, before we get started, I need to get myself a little cup of coffee. Are you gonna stop? Go get yourself some coffee and join me. I want you to grab a hot cup of coffee, maybe a cup of tea, and join me. Today is absolutely gonna be a wonderful time together because we're gonna talk about traditions. You know, I truly believe that traditions are the foundation of family. And sometimes we have them and sometimes we don't. But I'm gonna share with you 3 different traditions amongst my family that I hope will inspire you to do something like this with your family. I also have some friends and family come in and we're gonna decorate some cookies, which I'm super excited about. And then I'm gonna talk to you about how do you make up for lost time. I know some of us feel like, gosh, we just didn't do our best when we were raising our kids, or man, I wish I could have done that over. Later in the show, I'm gonna actually share with you some tips and tools on how you can really process that out and make some changes to make your life and your future look so much better and happier than you can ever imagine. So let's get started. Did you know that traditions are the foundation of the family? Whether you have traditions from generations ago or you yourself are going to start some new traditions. To me, traditions anchor you into your family. They actually give you a place to stand on and to build from instead of just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Now, I'm very aware that some of you might be thinking, I don't have any traditions. My family didn't have any traditions, but that's okay. I want to encourage you that the time to start is now, especially if you have a family or you're trying to start a family. Some of the greatest traditions around my family I'd like to share with you today because I always love to be inspired by other people's traditions. And you know, I have grandchildren coming in the future one day, maybe not right now, but they are coming. And so even in my mind right now, I'm thinking, what traditions can I start when I start having grandbabies? And so I want to encourage you, what can you start right now, even in your own life, in your own relationships? One of my favorite traditions that I started a few years ago is our family baking day. Now, originally we decided it was going to be just for the girls, and I ordered special aprons for all of the girls. Now, for us on this particular time, I started to collect little patches that are going to go on top of a red apron. So one year it was gingerbreads. The next year it might be a little bell. The next year it might be a Santa or a snowman. But every year we just have like a collection of patches. But I give the patches to all the girls when they walk in the door and we get those attached right away. Then we start baking. And the idea is that everybody brings their recipe and they bring their ingredients. And we stand around the counter and we just begin to make our own recipes and we bake them off and then we share them with each other. There is something so incredibly amazing whenever everybody is cooking in the kitchen together. And now we've had a few of the boys jump in and want to help. And of course, some of the children. So that's one of my favorite traditions. And I highly encourage you to do that. If you don't have a family yet, gather some of your friends, but just make it possible to do something around the holiday seasons that people can learn from, be inspired by, and grow from. Another wonderful tradition that my husband's family started way back into my husband's childhood was called the Christmas fairies. And they would get little sparklers, you know, the little sparklers you can get around the 4th of July. And they would put all the children in the bath, and all the children would have their bath on Christmas Eve. But while they were in the bath, the Christmas fairies came. And when the children came down into the living room, they would take these fairies and the adults, some of the adults would hide underneath the window and they would just do the little Twizzlers across the actual the window. And so what would happen was the kids thought that was the Christmas fairies. And so the adults would say the Christmas fairies came and they could see them going through the window. But then the Christmas fairies came and left a little treat and a little gift for the kids to open on Christmas Eve. I was just in England recently with one of my husband's cousins, and she's in her 40s, and she was remembering that childhood memory And she had such a beautiful smile on her face, such a warm recollection of that moment in time when the adults took that time to actually do those little Christmas sparkles, which they called their Christmas fairies. And she was telling stories on my husband and all of the fun stuff. But it really was a warm point of our conversation from her remembering those traditions. Another fun tradition is from my uncle and my aunt and my cousin. And what they do is they each write a poem. Now, today with AI, you guys, we can write the greatest poems ever. But they would write a poem and then hand their poem out to each one of the kids. And the kids had to read their poems, even the adult kids and the grandkids. And they had to try to guess what their big and final gift was from the Christmas morning. And so they would read their poem and they'd have to try to guess. And then after they guessed or didn't guess, my uncle and aunt would go to the back room and bring in one gift at a time to be their big final gift based on the poem. And I just absolutely love that because I love the anticipation of that. I love the tradition of knowing that this is coming last. My years when my kids were growing up, we always said, whenever something's like final, we go dun da da dun. And so over the years, we would say to the kids, okay, here comes your dun da da da. And we would literally drag in that final big gift for the kids, which was going to be the anchor spotlight gift. And so over the years, the kids started going, Mom, this is what I want for my dun da da da. Or my husband and I would go, what are we getting for the kids? Dun da da da. And it literally started becoming the name dun da da da, which is so crazy. But my kids knew that the last gift was going to be the dun da da da. So it's just all the little fun things that you can create if you are completely don't even know what to do. You have no ideas. Just go to Google and just put in what are some fun family traditions that I can start in my family. The objective here is for you to actually make an intention. Ladies, I'm speaking to you right now. I truly believe it's our job to actually make the intention and create the memory. Don't look to your left and right. Don't look at who's not doing what. Don't look at who didn't do what for you. Start fresh right now and look for some traditions that you can begin to formulate inside your family. Because I promised you for generations to come, those kids and their kids and their kids are going to remember what you put into place to bless your family. So get busy, form some new traditions, borrow some bars, and create those fun memories for your family.
Hey friend, I just want to remind you that you matter so much. You are the heartbeat of your home. When you rise, everything around you rises. And that's what my ministry is all about. Helping women to discover who they are in God, finding freedom from the things that hold them back, and stepping boldly into the role that He's called them to fill. When you support Carla Shellis Ministries, you're helping to rescue and restore women and children from exploitation and abuse. Your partnership with us will help provide resources for others to achieve freedom in all areas of their life. Every teaching, every outreach, every rescued life is about restoring the family and the home through the woman, through you. When you support this ministry, you're saying yes to healing, yes to hope, and yes to women walking in their God-given purpose. So let's rise together and let's make our homes and our world a reflection of His love. Okay, friends, so you heard me talk about the 3 traditions that we think that you can borrow from to hand down to your family. And one of those was our Christmas baking day. And I'm so excited because you can see here all the fun little things that I've set out to get ready. My family's about to arrive and we are gonna do some decorating of these cookies. I think this is one of the greatest things you can do with friends, with family, with children. We typically also will just bring recipes and start making our recipes together, as you heard me talk about earlier. But today it's an exciting day for me because I love having my family here and I've already preset this environment for them to come on in and start decorating with us. And I also went ahead and got them some little aprons that I think they're gonna enjoy because I like doing those fun traditional things. Oh, here they are! Hi, everybody!
This is so cute.
Hello! Look, my family's here! Yay! Okay, guys, I got you guys some cute aprons. So we're all gonna have matching aprons. We all know that we like to do matching aprons. This is just one little thing, you guys, because I want my family to be like that year we made these because we're gonna have pictures and all of this. So guess what? I just went to Amazon and got these Christmas aprons. That's all. Just Christmas aprons from Amazon. Do you guys like them?
Cute.
Yeah,
I love it. It's so girly.
Don't they make us look like little like
I feel like Mrs. Santa.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Santa? That's what it
Feminine
is,
Santas.
Michelle. We look like Miss Santa. All right, guys. So you can see we've got the cookies already made. I know we've done this in the past where we have actually made them all, but I thought it'd be nice to just go ahead and make them. So I think we're gonna get started with some decorating.
Perfect. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
So
I'm
what
starting
are,
with the stocking.
You're starting with the stocking? Okay. Which one do you guys want? Mama Faye, which one do you want?
I want the Christmas tree. You know what, Carla? These are like when I was a little girl, we had tea cakes.
Tea cake?
Tea cakes. And
What is tea cakes? Tell me about
tea
that.
cakes are like shortbread biscuits with sugar in them. So it looked like this because it was rolled out and then they cut them. But we didn't have any of these coup de grace to put on top. We didn't have any of those. So we only had, a glass of milk.
And a little tea cake. How cute.
And the tea cakes. But these are adorable.
Yeah. Mama Faye, what are some of your favorite memories as a little girl? Because I know that you kind of grew up in a different era that we're in now.
Yes.
What would be some of your favorite memories around the holidays? Ooh, I
could tell you one. I don't know. I better not tell this one. Well, I will tell it because it's really
tell
funny.
it. We want to hear it.
Okay. Well, when I came home one day from school, it's my aunt and my grandmother, and they're in the kitchen. Does anybody know what hoghead cheese is?
No.
Let me tell you.
What's hoghead cheese?
Oh, just wait.
Oh, just wait.
So I didn't know what hoghead cheese was either. So I come in from school, and they've got this pole.
Jay, pass the white down.
All of the eyes on the stove are on high. They've turned them on. It's a gas range. They've turned them on, and they have this long pole with a pig head on it.
What?
To me, I just think there are some things you talk about, you don't eat them. You don't eat them. You just talk about them.
That is so funny. What about you, Jade? Now, everybody watching, this is my daughter, Jade. She's my baby. I have only 2 kids. I have Michael and Jade. And Jade, I'm going to ask you, what are some things you remember about us when we raised you in Christmas?
Well, we certainly don't have anything about that kind of cheese in our family. But I would have to say some of the best things looking back are just all the different ways that you decorated the house.
Oh, that's nice.
That's true.
Aw, yeah. I mean, you always put in so much effort, and
I like it, and I'm not one of the kids.
Yes.
everyone loves it. I mean, everyone's always
amazing.
blown away by your decorations when they walk in because you actually put so much time and effort into it
Thank you, Jade.
to make it truly magical for Christmas season.
Thank
And so
you.
that has to be one of my favorite things looking back on all the holidays.
Do you think you're going to do that for your family?
I'm going to do more than you did.
Oh, okay. Bring it, girl.
I mean, I don't know how I could do more, but I'm going to definitely try. I'm going to try.
Chloe, what's some favorite Christmas traditions you remember?
December the 1st, we used to do a charcuterie board and then decorate the tree with the craziest ornaments. It was never a nice tree. It was always just crazy, whatever ornaments that we loved or our old ornaments or whatever. We would just do that every December the 1st. And then also probably my grandparents had a farm, so I would always meet my grandparents halfway between where we lived and their farm. They would pick me up, and then I would help my grandma cook for Christmas. So those would be my 2 favorites, I think.
So nice.
See, so I just want everybody listening, her grandma, these traditions, these kids remember that, and that it just invokes a really warm memory, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't. What about you, Michelle?
Well, I'm going to talk about, I think, traditions that I've started with my family.
Yes, that's right, because you've done so many.
So my favorites are...
By the way, Michelle's my cousin. She's married to my cousin. But go ahead. And my BFF and my right hand and all the things, so.
Is we would decorate the day after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So we'd spend all day decorating.
I love that.
When my in-laws, they usually come for Thanksgiving.
That's right.
And as soon as they leave, then we just spend all day decorating, get it done. And, well, actually, it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we make our Christmas cookies on Christmas Eve.
Faye, I love what you're doing with those little mittens.
Okay, this is looking so.
I'm just diving straight in
That's so
to eat
cute.
right now.
I'm going to because this one is a wreck.
I was inspired by the switching. That's it.
What was your favorite tradition when
okay.
you were growing up?
So growing up, my parents, well, two traditions. My parents would give us our big tantarana, which I talked about earlier.
Yes.
In our back room, and they would always set it up, or they would set it up as we walked in the living room. This is a thing that really just sat on my brain. My mom would wrap presents in that we saw in one wrapping paper. And whatever presents were from Santa, it was a completely different wrapping paper that we didn't even know existed. So it really made us believe that Santa actually came to the house and actually left these presents. And then all of the big Santa gifts were out, like the big toys that had a big bow on them and stuff. And then my next favorite thing was getting dressed in one of the outfits we got for Christmas and going to my grandmother's.
Like fancy?
Oh yeah,
Did
we
you
would all
dress
get
up?
dressed up, yeah. And we'd go to my grandmother's house where there was over 40 of us cousins. So it was just a real big Mexican day. Oh yeah, I loved it, yeah. And so my grandmother really would do roll call to make sure all the kids were there, like all her kids and grandkids. And she would buy one gift for every single grandchild. I hope that you guys are inspired. I hope that you guys will just take what we're saying and be inspired for your family and really just like think, how can I don't have grandkids yet, but as I told you earlier, I'm already thinking, how can I get some new traditions for my grandchildren coming that I have never done or I've never seen done? So I borrow from other people as well. And I'm already thinking of fun things that I can do and add to every single year to my adult children and to my husband and my nieces and nephews and all the things. So I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you're enjoying this segment. And please get together. If you guys don't have time to bake these cookies, go buy them. At least go buy like the round sugar cookies at your local bakery or your grocery store and just get some icing put out and some sprinkles. And it's a fun memory to do with your family. You guys might know me for my etiquette, so this is Manners in a Minute. Never leave in an Irish exit and always compliment the host. One thing you never want to do is leave without saying goodbye to the hostess. And when you do, make sure that before you do, you give the hostess a compliment. Whether it is how beautiful the house is, how great the food was, or how wonderful the atmosphere was. Make sure that before you leave, you go find your hostess and you give her a compliment and a warm goodbye, because that is what great people do. Do you ever feel like you regret some time that maybe you've lost in your life? Maybe you look back on your past and you think, man, I wish I had done that differently. Gosh, I wish I had been more present. Or maybe you're thinking, Matt, I didn't even know. I didn't know to do that, or I didn't know I was doing something wrong, or that's all I knew to do. If you're like me, I'll tell you, I have some major regrets about my past. I will tell you that my mom passed away almost a decade ago, and I can remember thinking over the holidays, I wish I would have been more present for her. I wish I would have slowed down and spent more time, more quality time. Not been so rushed with all the to-dos to do. You know what I mean? Like we all have those to-do lists that we just never ever end on. I can tell you also, when I was raising my kids, they're in their 30s now, but I look back now and I think, man, I wish I had just been there more. I was there physically, but I can remember thinking I wasn't there mentally or emotionally in some of my really dysfunctional years, if I'm just being honest with you. But I gotta tell you, I've learned some things over the years that have really, really helped me to repackage those regrets that I feel like I wasted time, or how do I make up for that lost time? How do I, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I just felt like I was beating myself up. Like just, moms out there, wives, you know what I'm talking about. We feel like we're just never enough. We feel like we've made so many mistakes and we focus on all our mistakes instead of focusing on all the good things we've done. We focus on other moms and how amazing they look and gosh, I didn't do that. I wish I would have done that. I have had those thoughts ruminate through my head over and over and over again. And especially with social media, my goodness, it makes you feel so compared to. I gotta tell you, this is the time. Today is the time. Right now, you and me, this is our time. We got to put those thoughts of the past aside, and we've got to start focusing more on where we're going. And I want to give you some tools today to help you to make up for that lost time. Because look, you're still alive, you're breathing, there's still time. There's still time to make up for all the things you feel like you did wrong, or places you failed, or man, I wish I wouldn't have gotten that divorce. I wish I wouldn't have yelled at my kids as much. I wish I wouldn't have XYZ. It's time to let that go, and it's time to forgive yourself. And it's time to move into the future. Because if you keep focusing on that, you're going to keep getting the same thing. So let's open up with Isaiah 43:18 and 19. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? So I want you to focus on the new things that God is going to be doing in your life. I know, my gosh, we can't keep rehearsing the regrets. Ladies, we are so hard on ourselves. We compare ourselves all the time. We always feel like we're just not enough. But we've got to start focusing on what's coming and focusing on what we can change. So let's stop rehearsing the past. Will you do that with me? Can we stop rehearsing the past? I really want to go into some tools that I can help you with. And it's going to start by making a dream. Create a dream board for yourself. Create vision for where you are going. Create vision for what you want. I mean, I'm going to challenge you. Do you even know what you want? Think about that. Do you even know what you want? Sometimes we're so focused on all the things that we've done wrong. We're so focused on all the things we should have done, and we never focus on the things we could be doing or the things we've done right. So create vision for where you want to go and what you want to have. Because when you have vision in front of you, you start pressing towards it, right? You'll start making up new things to do, making up new vision and new excitement. You know, in Proverbs 29:18, it says, where there is no vision, my people perish. So if you don't have vision, you're going to stay stuck in the past. So let's stop doing that. You know, that's how I started. I started thinking, okay, I can't keep beating myself up. I've got to create something new. And you know what? Sometimes your kids will show up and sometimes they won't. If your kids are mad at you still, or they're busy, or they're at their in-laws or whatever, or maybe you have children that you can recreate for, whatever your circumstance is, make the best out of where you're at. There's so many tools around you that can help you to create something new. And then the last step I want to share with you is don't wait for someone else to make the plans. Don't sit there in your own upset heart. Don't sit there and be all irritated and offended because no one's inviting you and because you got left out. I know a lot of us struggle with that, ladies. I have too, I know. Don't focus on that. Create something yourself. Don't wait for somebody to invite you. If you don't have family around, invite your friends, invite your church members, invite your neighbors. If you do have family, create something new. But here's the little caveat. Here's what I want to give you. You cannot do all of this and then stay stuck in your offense. So when your family comes around and when they're trying to give you another chance, don't rehearse the past. Don't be in a bad mood. Don't be upset. Don't remember the things that they did and offended you. Be on your highest version of yourself. And throughout this show and inside my Freedom Formula, I want you to check that out because I'm going to teach you how to get rid of all those old offenses and how to create a new you for you to overflow for the goodness of God within you so that everyone around you will just start coming in and be attracted to you because I know that's the life you want. I really do. We don't have to keep trying to do and do and do. We get to just be. And when you learn how to just be, which I can teach you in that Freedom Formula, you're going to actually just flow in the goodness of God within you, and then all of a sudden, life will start happening to you. I promise you, and you know how I know that? Because it happened for me. I was in the most miserable state of my life. I mean, literally had everything going for me, but I was still miserable. I had no one to blame. And the Lord started giving me what I now call my Freedom Formula. And I really want you to have that too, because I believe that I can walk alongside of you in this time, and I can help you to create a new life. Because don't forget that when you change your thinking, you change your life. And remember, everything that you need is already within you. Hey friends, I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like you give until there's nothing left for you? If you're married, you might feel responsible for your spouse's happiness or even carry guilt for things that were really never yours to fix. Maybe you're questioning, why do I feel like I'm so alone? Well, let me tell you, you're not alone. So many of us have been there, and trust me, I have been there. I've been stuck in survival mode, trying to be everything for everyone, all while ignoring the truth of my own pain. But you know what I figured out? That is not how God intended for us to live. God created us to live from a place of being, not doing. I want to help you get to that place. And that's why I created the Freedom Formula. It's a powerful journey of emotional and spiritual healing, helping you discover for yourself that you are enough and that you can get it done and not be completely spent and exhausted. You can actually find a peace that's not robbed every time someone else that you love needs more from you. Because when a woman walks in her God-given freedom, she experiences a joy that she's never known before. And guess who benefits first from that overflow of her joy? First her, then her family, then her children notice it, and even her home. Everything shifts. If any of this resonates with you, if any of this makes sense to you, then this formula is for you. The Freedom Formula is an online course that you can take right from the privacy of your home and at your own pace. Listen, I'm a huge fan of therapy, but sometimes that can cost between $500 to $600 a month. And for $399 a year, you can take a step that will change your life forever. And if you grab the bundle, you'll get my beautiful workbook journal, plus a few little surprises that I want to throw in there just for you. And here's the most beautiful part. When you enroll in the Freedom Formula, you're also gifting it to another woman in need. It could be a woman in a safe house, recovering from abuse, or even sexual exploitation. Because God wants to use your healing to unlock someone else's. Let's start by saying yes to you. Yes to your healing, yes to your freedom, yes to finding your purpose, and most importantly, yes to becoming the woman that God has always designed you to be. Because everything that you need is already within you. As we wrap up this show, I want to remind you about traditions. Let's also remember that not only do we want to cherish and value old traditions, but we want to start new traditions that you can make all your own. Remember also that it's never too late to start over. I know that some of you are thinking, man, I'm really inspired to make up for lost time. Guess what? Now is your time to start. Get inspired by what we're doing. Join our community. Join the movement of what we're doing by taking back our families, taking back our homes, taking back our kitchens, and create some fun memories for you and your family. And remember, everything that you need is already within you. Who wants a cookie? Let's eat cookies, everybody! Yay, cookies! Cookies and cavities. Who else wants a cookie? Jade wants a cookie. Shay wants a cookie. Yay! Got cookies! Cheers, cheers, cheers.